Hey guys, so this is R.C. Byler. You'll probably remember him from a previous movie adaptation review.
Beautiful Creatures. Beautiful Creatures.
This time we are going to review The Great Gatsby, which actually I have not read, but he has. So he will be doing the adaptation review, I will be doing the movie review. This time we will be doing it a little bit differently. We will each have a minute to state our general thoughts on the movie so that it doesn't go so long like the last one did. We will each also have a minute to talk about our favorite and least favorite parts of the movie. So The Great Gatsby is based off the book The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which was written during the 1920s.
Published in 1925, taking place in 1922.
The title character, Jay Gatsby, is in love with this woman who is married to another man, and her name is Daisy Buchanan, and it's all told through the eyes of
Daisy's cousin Nick Carraway.
Nicky kind of facilitates Daisy and Jay's relationship.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So I actually really enjoyed this movie. Again, I love Baz Luhrmann and I love Moulin Rouge, and this movie felt a lot like Moulin Rouge. Like all the party scenes in it were very colorful and just in your face and lots of dancing and excitement going on, and that had a really strong Moulin Rouge feel. I told him earlier that this was one of the few movies that I've ever liked where I didn't particularly like any of the characters that much, but I still really liked the story and really liked the movie in general. Basically the only things I knew about this movie going into it were the general plot and the fact that a Green Lantern was in it and
the Green Lantern
and the eyes, the billboard eyes things. Like I knew of those were big symbols in the book, and they were really strong in the movie, so I thought that was really cool. Again, I haven't read the book, so it seemed like it had those symbols were really strong throughout the movie as well. And now RC here will tell you what he thought of it as an adaptation of the book. Ready, set, go.
It's not the first adaptation of the book, but it's the only one that I personally have ever seen, and I felt that it was just really well done. Some of the things didn't particularly make sense to me, such as throwing in like modern music like Jay-Z, though I think the music that they covered really did capture that kind of decadent feeling that I was referencing earlier. Leonardo DiCaprio was wonderful. I felt he really really was Gatsby, although he did seem a little old for the part, but he really just got that idea of this, warm smile gentleman who comes in and, makes you believe in things. Overall, I really enjoyed the plot. The frame story that they gave it that wasn't really actually in the book really helped explains why this is told from a perspective of Nick writing a book, which really you just kind of had to take at face value in the original novel. But they gave us this frame story that you don't really learn too much about. But anyway, I really did enjoy it. I felt that the characters transferred over well, and like I said, I really actually did like Leonardo DiCaprio as Gatsby. I thought he just seemed like a really, really nice guy underneath all the crazy.
My favorite part of the movie was probably the Green Lantern thing that went through it, and I want to read the book so I can learn more about what that symbol meant to the greater story. I guess it was basically a symbol of hope. It was really interesting how they worked it in, and it was a really cool visual that came in throughout the movie, and visually in general this movie was just stunning, so I really liked how pretty it was. My least favorite part was probably, honestly, I feel like I kind of got what the movie and what I assume the book's message is. I feel like I kind of got that and understood it, but I don't feel like I agreed with it. I feel like by the end of the movie, Gatsby was pretty much the only one that, at least from Nick's perspective, was at all of a decent person. I don't know if I really agree with that, and so yeah, that's probably my least favorite part. But it wasn't the movie's fault; it was the book.
My personal favorite part of the entire thing was definitely Gatsby. I felt, again, Leonardo DiCaprio just gave him a proper demeanor, made him a likable guy, and even when he's lying to you, you just feel like, Nick says it himself, that he has a sense of hope, and that things are going to be okay, and that he, had that whole self-made man thing, where he rises from nothing, and just learning about him and how he gains his little mannerisms, and how he grew up. He created a really cool, what was really essentially a really cool character to me. And honestly, I think my least favorite part of the book then would just be the other characters. Like, the other characters definitely facilitate Gatsby's story. And in a lot of ways, I feel like that's all they're good for. Like, I didn't really like Jordan Baker. I didn't feel that, other than a few plot purposes, she didn't really serve much of a purpose. I didn't like Tom as a person. I didn't really like Daisy too much. Nick, and again, this all comes down to the book. It's all, characters that were already written that you can't modify too much, but I felt Nick was just too passive. Curses.
Out of 5 stars, I think I would actually give this movie 5 out of 5. Again, even though I don't feel like I really agreed with the message, I feel like that was just coming from the book, and that it was really shown really well in the movie, even if it wasn't, even if I didn't fully agree with it, and I really thought all the acting was top notch. It was pretty. I really liked the music. Though I would say maybe 4.5 out of 5, because I really don't feel like I felt the emotional part of it as much as I could have, though. That might just be because of the character. The characters were just, yeah.
I would have to also give it a 4.5 out of 5, not because of the characters, but just because I felt the music didn't fit in. I understand it's Baz Luhrmann style, but I just really feel that, it was better. It would have been better done as a period piece with music that you would see in that time frame, as opposed to throwing in modern music. So that kind of, didn't ruin it for me, but just kept it from being perfect.
Thanks for watching. A link to RC's channel will be in the description, also on his face. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my vlog channel and my blog and other links that I'll have below. And
if you saw the movie, what did you think? Your comments down below about maybe what your 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 or whatever you thought it got.